Top coding. Hi everyone, welcome to Top Coding session number 3. My name is Min Kim. Today we'll be working on SRM 598 Div2 500 point problem. We're looking at TopCoder and kind of how it's divided. I think I realized that Div2 is the easier division. And until I'm also at solving these problems, I'll just probably stick to that as it's going to be easier for everyone to see the whole brain process that happens. Also, thanks for the kind comments that I had from our previous videos. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video, as it's been a long time since I've made any others. With this video, as I was trying to recombobulate my head on making the videos again, I had a little bit of pre-thought on it, so it's kind of cheating because it's not just like a complete fresh mind on the thing. But again, the intent is just to really see like my brain process and how I come to the solutions to the problems. The code developed here will be published to ninjacrab.com, so you can download it. It's open sourceable. You can just have your way with it. If you have any questions, feedbacks, or requests, please leave a comment. And if you'd like to see, please subscribe. So let's dig into the problem. Alrighty. As you can see, I was already reading the problem as I was setting up. Okay, FoxCL has some items. The weight of the ith item, zero-based item, is item of I. Well, that's C#. She wants to put all of these items into bins. The capacity of each bin is 300. She can put an arbitrary number of items into a single bin, but the total weight of the items in the bin must be less than or equal to 300. Great. You are given an array of int item. It is known that the weight of each item is between 100 and 300 inclusive. Return the minimal number of bins to require to store all items. Alright, so go to class, BinPackingEasy. Of course it's easy. I'm in Div2. I'm not smart enough to be in Div1 right now. Alright, method min bins, parameter int array, returns int, blah blah, looks great. Okay. Constraint items will be the ones with 100 inclusive. Okay, so as I was going through it, I realized, it could have been a problem going through like the maximum permutations of iterating through every single item and adding a whole bunch. But then it dawned on me looking at this constraint. So the big thing to note is that each item or each element of the item is between 101 and 300, and the bin has a maximum of 300. So looking at that, you essentially, if you have any, since the smallest number is 101. The only item that can be packed with anything else is if that is less than 199. So anything above 200, we're just going to assume it's going to be in its own bin. Otherwise than that, I'm thinking essentially probably the best way to tackle this is by sorting the actual elements in the list that are less than 199, and then taking the smallest and adding it to the biggest. And as long as those numbers are still less than 300, we can continue to add them in, we can combine them, otherwise we can't combine them. Let's see if that logic works and works out in play. I haven't actually coded this, so let's see if we can see me code that. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a new project. Alright, we're going to be creating, nope, not a unit test today. We're going to create a console application, and it's going to be TopCoder SRM 598 Div2. Fantastic, that looks great. Alright. Also, my keyboard is a little bit more clacky-clack now. I just got a new Razer keyboard that has like these Cherry MX blue keys, as this thing is still creating my project, and I enjoy it. It makes really clacky-clack type noises, but I like it. Alright. Alright, so we've got a new project, class program. Let's go back and look at the problem statement again. Let's just go look at the signature. So we have class BinPackingEasy. Alright, so let's go ahead and just create a class called BinPackingEasy. Kill that program. Great. Oops. Okay. BinPackingEasy. Fantastic. So we know that we have a method called minBins. And because it gives a signature here, we'll just copy and paste it here. Alright. Remove the static. I think all of them are static. Alright, that's fantastic. Oh, I deleted the program, which is like the harness to test. Let me just copy and paste that from another one real quick. Hey, looks like I haven't really. Oh, those are the old ones. But yeah, I mean, presumably that's what I would be doing. All right. That's not too hard. I mean, I'll just create a new one. All right. Program. Add new class. Program.cs. All right. Why does it look different? TopCoder SRM div. That's the same. All right. Static void main for string args. Okay. It's not something that I type every day, so it's not like I'm super exactly aware of how to do it, but hopefully it should be good. All right, so BinPackingEasy, we've got our min bins, great. All right. All right, so we've got our pass in. Okay, great. So we're going to be returning a number of bins to that that we're going to collect. So let's just say int total number of bins. Great, equals 0 for now. And we'll return total number of bins. All right, and if item, well, let's see, does it assume that item always be there? Have 1 and 50 elements. So I guess we don't have to check. I usually want to check, so I'm still going to check. Okay, so if item is not equal null, great, and let's see. If item equals null, or does not equal null. Okay, if it doesn't equal null, let's go ahead and just do our little for loops. Okay, so let's first sort it. I'm going to cheat a little bit, only because there's no reason to watch me write the sorting method. So I am going to do this list int items equals item. Why do they call it singular? I don't know, but we're going to pluralize it. And then we're going to, oops, new list. Clack, clack, clack. I love it. I love it. It's childish, but I still do. Alright, so we've got it, great. Item sort. Oh, magic. Okay, great. So now, what we can also do is, I'm just going to do the easiest brute force method. I'm sure there's really optimized ways that TopCoder guys have done, but you know, you guys don't want to sit here and watch a video forever. So I think the easiest thing I'm going to do is first I'm going to find all the numbers that are greater than 200 or 200 or greater, and then we're just going to immediately start adding them to the number of bins. So let's do that. Oh, this is going to be ugly. But you know what? We're going to do it because I believe in it. All right. Okay. I'm doing a for loop instead of a for each because I'm going to be removing from the array, but that's probably pretty bad. Okay, so it makes me not want to do that because then I have to create another array, and God, that's just horrible, horrible, horrible. So what I think I'm going to do is still think I'm going to do it because I'm just thinking about the rest of the equation right now. I guess what's percolating in my mind is if I don't remove it, I'm expecting to go through the smallest number, smallest hands right now, smallest number first, and then I want to add it to the biggest number. And if the biggest number is too big, then the biggest number kicks out into its own bucket until the smallest number fits into a bucket. And then it's going to start going down and trying to compress those small buckets. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I've got to get rid of the big numbers. I've got to get rid of the tail numbers. So let's do a for loop from the end, and then we'll just say that's going to be our max number of items to go through. I think that actually sounds great. So let's see. Iterations to churn through. Okay, so we'll just do a loop from the end. So int index equals items dot length count. That's length. So let's do length count. Okay, count. Great. Totally know what I'm doing. All right. Index is still greater than 0. Index plus minus minus. Great. And we'll break out a loop if let's see, if items of index items of index is less than 200, then we can start churning through it. Okay, then we're gonna break. Okay, I want to test it anyway, so I mean, this may not be like perfect the first time through. So what I'm just gonna do is, otherwise, if it doesn't break, I'm just gonna go iterations to churn through is let's just say it's just gonna be index. Why? Because there's no reason to decrement and blah blah blah. Sorry, mental process. What's going on is, otherwise we're gonna have to have a loop of our for to go through from 0 to n, and I could count the iterations, subtract the iterations from the index or the size of the array, which happens to be the index anyway. So I figured, why not just go ahead and use a variable since we're already burning down through it. And I think it's gonna be the right number, but I usually know best when I start actually testing it through. So okay. All right. So then, oh, and I just realized our item does not equal null. That's actually being here. And in fact, all of this should be inside here. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay. Otherwise, if it was null, I mean, there's 0 bins. Okay. Let's see. So now that I've actually started going through this, my mind is actually thinking, should I start testing now, or should I implement a little bit more logic? But I'll implement a little bit more logic. So for int index, I got iterations to run through. So now for int new index is 0, and index is going to be less than iterations to churn through, and then index plus. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. Also, each one of these would actually have incremented the total number of bins. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So now, I also just realized. So we're actually going to be going at this array from both sides. So I don't think I can actually do a for loop. I'm going to have to do something that's going to move the left index and the right index and then start squeezing into the middle. So I think I'm going to do just a double for loop. How does that sound? I think that sounds like the only thing I can think of right now, so I'll stick with it. So let's just say, we'll say start index. Oh, I was going to rename the other ones. Okay, no, it's good. Okay. And then we'll call it for int end index. And we'll say that iterations to churn through. And I guess we're actually going to decrement iterations to churn through too, but let's see how it goes. End index is greater than start index, and end index minus. Okay. So let's see. So here we're first skipping through all the numbers that are greater than 200, because they're all going to have their own bucket, because there's no number that you can add to them that's going to be able to combine. Otherwise, now you're going to look at the numbers that can combine into buckets. And so we start with the smallest one, and then we say we grab the tail end one. And so now if the tail end number is greater than, if the tail end number plus the start number, so okay, so items, start index, plus items, end index. Alright, we'll say if that's greater than 300, then we need to reduce our end index. So we're just going to say iterations to churn through. Now we'll go ahead and decrement that. We'll also break out of the first loop, and we'll also consider that as a bucket added. Fantastic. Okay, now if we're good, since we're at both ends and we're like using the max values, like a valley girl, I think it's safe to assume that we can offset the start index and offset the end index since they're both being used. So yeah, I think that's fine. So otherwise we still say okay, because the other one would still move the start index. What am I thinking? So if it's greater, it's closing the end index. Maybe it shouldn't break. There we go. It shouldn't break. It'll loop again to the end number and say, "Yep, I think that's going to be it." Because then this is the other situation, which then is going to break. So pardon my weird keyboard movement. I'm just confused right now. All right. So else break. We're going to still do this. We're going to still do this. So I guess we really just have to say if it's less than or equal to 300, we're just gonna break. We'll see if this works. I mean, I'm just mentally going through it. I think it's gonna work, but I'll be really surprised if it does. Okay, I think that's it. Looks like I'm done. I think I'm done. Okay, so I mean, the best way now is we're gonna test the program. I don't know how much time we spent on this so far. How much time have we spent on this for? 17 minutes. Oh man, you guys are probably bored of me right now. All right, let's go ahead and test this quick because I know you guys are probably shutting down. All right, so our first example is 150, 150, 150, 150. Okay, great. So we're just going to go ahead and do BinPackingEasy.minBins, and then we're just going to pass move int. All right. 150. I'll just copy and paste. Keep copy and pasting. All right. And then what? Best order from minutes. Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay. Let's just do this. List int, and then not two array. Okay. Does that work? Fantastic. Okay, and then so we're expecting 3. All right, give me 3. Debug dot, well, let's just console dot writeLine, because writeLine is how gangsta we are. All right, console dot readLine, and let's just go ahead and set this as our start program. Looks like we're not compiling right now. All right, let's find out why. Nope, I lied. We're compiling. All right. I was lying. Minimal steps. Oh, come on, that's not the right project. I don't care about that one. I care about this one. Let's debug this sucker. All right. Oh, blast. Okay, so of course. I mean, I'm never smart enough to do that thing with the whole -1. So. Alright, so count -1, because we obviously don't want to hit that index. Let's just, and iteration's already going to be count -1 now, so I think we should be okay. Iteration turn through should match that, I think. Wait, what did you do? Hang on. Items, dot count for... Oh, that's right, because this is decrementing. And then so this technically should be over -1. I was just going to do it because the other thing did it. So, all right, let's see how it goes. 0. That's obviously not the answer we're looking for. So let's just go ahead and step through it now. All right, so what's happening here? All right. By the way, I would have totally lost to TopCoder competition right now at 20 minutes. But then again, I wouldn't really be talking the entire time. My excuse. Oh, I messed it in breakpoint there. Okay, I wanna run this as a unit test for some reason. But can I just run debug? Why is it trying to compile everything else? Okay, good. Alright, so number of bins, yep, not that. Okay, great. So the items count is 5. Yep. Is there any items that's less than? Nope. So we're gonna break because we're gonna start the loop from scratch. Okay, so iterations. Okay, so iterations should turn through should just start off as items.count. There we go. Alright, simple bug. Okay. And now let's go back and let's run this. Alright. Great. Yep, not turning through anything, breaking. Alright, so now end should start from 4. Yep. Alright, and go till there. Great. Iteration turn through is 4. Total number of bins we're saying is 1. And our item start index, our end index is less than that, so break. Okay, great. We're gonna go back and loop. So our start index is 1. This is 4. We've got iteration turn through 3, number of bins is 2, so we said, yep, break. Next is that, so now our start index is 2, iteration turn through is 3. Total number of bins is 2, because we didn't count this situation, where if it's none, let's see, so what was the situation? So end index, iteration should turn through, and start index. Man, I gotta run it again. Sorry guys, making you guys suffer. All right, but we're almost there. I'm pretty sure of it. All right, first one looks good. Second one looks solid. Third one, our start index is 2. Our end index is 3. Oh wait. Our end index is 2. So if our start index equals our end index, we're just going to bucket that and break on out of there. All right, let's do that. All right, so if start index equals end index, and there, iterations to turn through minus 1. All right. Then we're going to say total number of bins plus. We're going to break out of there, and we're going to return the total number of bins at 5. We're going to kill that. 3 buckets. Excellent. All right, so now let's go ahead and test our other cases. Let's see, how many other cases do we have? Oh my goodness, I just realized you guys can't see the output, so let me just move that output over here. I don't know why it's way over there. All of you guys are like, what happens? I didn't see any output over there. 0? You can't tell me there was 0. I didn't see anything. It was just a big black screen. All right. All right, so let's see. Let's get our other test cases in here. We've got this one. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 test cases. Okay, great. Let's just, okay, and let's go ahead and copy this one in. Of course, they start counting from 0, so technically there's 5. Let me just. Okay. Alrighty. Man, I am just like not even copying and pasting correctly, but that's okay. That is okay, so we'll just get that one in here. We'll just get this one in here. Alright. And now let's reorder it. So we're expecting 3, 2, 5, 6, 8. Okay, so let's see. 150, 150, 130, 140, 101, 101, 101. So that's that one. And then that one. Okay. All right, let's just run it, see what we get. All right, so we got 32568, which is 32568. Fantastic. Okay, so it looks like we match. Let's go ahead and just copy and paste this thing over to TopCoder. Kill the namespaces. Stop the program. Namespaces. Great. Alrighty. Submitting it to TopCoder now. Coding area. Paste. And we will go ahead and compile. Class is not found. Why are you not found? Because you're not supposed to be in namespace. Oh, I didn't use my awesome template. Dang it, I'll fail on me for that. Okay, great, test. Why am I doing this? I've already tested this. Okay, yes, execution time, great. Alright, submit. Yes. Alright, 168 points. I technically had this window open for like forever and a half. You guys have just suffered sitting watching me for 25 minutes too, but okay, great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. It was fun for me, kind of pressuring though, because even though I read partially through it, it was clearly a little time consuming while also trying to explain my thoughts. Hopefully it helped. Again, the source code, I'm going to be posting it on ninjacrab.com. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys really liked the video, please subscribe. Also, the kind comments are the main reason why I decided to post up another one. Since I've done my 250 and my 500, I'm going to do the next dreaded 1,000 point, which again will definitely probably be pre-scripted, as those problems are usually very complex and require me to draw little diagrams and stuff. But I digress. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.